In 1985, a young woman walked into an office in America for a job interview, but she was rejected before she could even sit down. It wasn't because she lacked education. It wasn't because she lacked talent. It was because of the color of her skin. No one in that room imagined that 40 years later, the same woman would return and everyone would stand up to applaud her. The story. Her name was Eliza Brown. She was born into a poor African-American family in a small American town. From a very young age, she often heard people say, "People like you shouldn't dream too big." But Eliza was different. Every night, while the city slept, she studied under a small broken lamp. Old books, a tiny desk, and a big dream. That was her world. In school, she was one of the best students. Teachers often said, "This girl has something special." After years of hard work, Eliza graduated from university with excellent results. She believed her life was finally about to change. But reality was cruel. Rejection and pain. At her first job interview, the manager looked at her from head to toe and said, "We're not looking for someone like you." They never said it directly, but Eliza understood. It wasn't her qualifications that people saw first. It was the color of her skin. Door after door kept closing. Years passed. Her friends built careers, bought houses, and lived comfortable lives. But Eliza struggled. She worked small jobs in libraries, shops, and sometimes teaching children. Many nights she sat alone and cried. She often wondered, "Am I really not good enough?" But the next morning she would wipe her tears and open her books again. Because she believed one thing. People who stop dreaming can never win. The long journey. 10 years passed. 20 years passed. 30 years passed. People told her, "It's too late to start something new." But Eliza would smile and say, "Dreams don't have an age." Turning point. After 40 years, a large educational institution opened a leadership position. They were searching for someone who had experience, patience, and the ability to inspire others. Eliza applied. During the interview, the board listened to her story. 40 years of rejection, patience, and resilience. The room became silent. Finally, one board member stood up and said, "We were not just looking for an employee. We were looking for someone who could inspire people. And you are that person." Powerful ending. That day, Eliza Brown was appointed director of the institution. When she walked into the office on her first day, something incredible happened. The same kind of doors that once rejected her now opened with respect. People stood up to greet her. Tears filled her eyes. But they were not tears of pain. They were tears of victory after 40 years of patience. Eliza softly said, "For 40 years, people underestimated me. But I never underestimated myself. And that is what brought me here." Moral. Sometimes the world judges you by your color, your past, or your background. But if you believe in your dream and never give up, one day the same world will stand up and respect you.